How did I explain to my children that their father was moving out, was leaving us, had left? I only had to explain it to one of my children because my youngest was a newborn. So he'd actually left the relationship when I was 38 weeks pregnant, but he stayed in the house until she was about 8 weeks old, I think. It's dreadful that I can't really remember, but as you can imagine, it was quite a time. My youngest was 2 at that time, but by the time he left, she had very recently, like within the week, I think, turned 3. It was her I was explaining it to, not the newborn. The day he moved out is another story for another day. The very quick version is I kept them out of the house from dawn till dusk that day so that he could leave. I also did ask during the time that he was still living here that he didn't start packing up boxes around her or me. I would find it too upsetting. She would have lots of questions. So could you keep it all in the spare room where she doesn't go, or just wait until that one day and then pack it all and get it all gone in that day? So after that day, she didn't really ask any questions. I don't want to say she didn't notice, but it was kind of like she didn't notice. And then I just started addressing it very factually, like, oh, you're going to daddy's house, or he's at his house, this is our house. So I make the very clear distinction between daddy's house and home, because I want my girls to feel like this, well, it is their home, this is their base, this is their default, and then there's daddy's house. That's not what's correct for everyone, but that's what's correct for my children. That's the language that I use. So I was just very factual about it because she was so little, she just accepted the fact, but she wasn't asking, where's daddy? Why isn't daddy home from work? She wasn't asking those questions. She really didn't seem to notice because she was so little. So she turned 3 in the summer, and then in the September she started going to the nursery at the school that she would then go to. So it was like little school. She wore a little uniform, had a little school bag. So it was all like positive change that was happening. She was in the same class as her cousin, like so exciting. She was focusing on that, I think, and then going there every day, walking there every day. Her sister was a newborn, like there was a lot going on. As they've gotten older, I've obviously changed the way that we talk about it, and I've been a lot more honest with them. They're now 6 and 4. And particularly with the 6-year-old, we've had a lot more conversations around it and what it means. And I have been quite truthful with them. Again, because that's what's right for my children, because when it comes to my children, I know what's best, but it's not what's best for everyone. You know your child better than anyone. I say and have said that daddy didn't love me anymore and he didn't want to live with us anymore, and that's why he's moved out. But I always either follow it or lead it with, he loves you very much, he just didn't want to live with us anymore because he doesn't love me anymore. She found that very